Oh, I'm so glad to be back. It's Friday night. The doors to the Skeptical Help Bar are open. Time to drink. I
Woo-hoo.
still got special tea. I'm so
I
happy.
know he's actually kept it for a week.
Yeah, I know. It was so because you brought me like four of these,
Yeah,
and I was
no,
like, oh, I gotta
yeah.
save one for next week. But it's so good. I miss my Wawa iced tea. Mm, mm. It's so good. How is everyone doing tonight? Hello, JD. Robert is here. Robert, Robert's here twice. Oh, he's double dipping. Jade Kitten's here. Diane. Oh, it's nice to see everyone coming in and commenting and just hanging out with us on a Friday night.
Friday night.
It is open mic night tonight, so that means this show stays on for we'll limit it at 2 hours because I got to get up early tomorrow. I got to do some work, but it's last as long as you guys do, and take that however you want. But yeah, as long as you guys have questions to throw in the chat room and keep it going, this show will stay on until 10 o'clock. If not, then I get to go home early. That's how just positive spin on everything. Uh, well, we got Greg. Greg O'Brien's in the house too. Nice to see you. Skip Gibson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right, so let's go over our rules first and foremost, because what is life without rules except a lot of fun chaos. All right, rule number one. I'm going to try and count and get it right this time. Rule number one is you are welcome to ask questions. I do welcome it. I encourage it. I like it. I have fun with it. Q&A is probably my most favorite thing of doing any kind of lecturing and live shows. I just love the mystery, the uncertainty of what I might be asked. So, and since it's my show, I can always cut you off and just say no. But we can also look up stuff. Yep. So, number two is I don't know everything. And that's just true. I mean,
it's so true.
It's thank you for the confident and very solid confirmation there that I do not know everything.
You don't. I mean, everything in the world. There's a lot.
I know. I really wish that I could know everything, but there's so much, and it makes me sad that I will not be able to learn everything.
Well, I'm not.
It just makes me sad. Rule number three.
I have Google.
I'm still. I have Google. Rule number three is the Patrick Swayze rule. You are welcome to be in the chat room and discuss things. You can ask questions. You can disagree with other people. You can debate other people as long as you keep it professional and polite. No name calling. And don't be a dick. Because if you are, Donna will boot you out and you will never, ever, ever get back in here.
Nope.
Unless you make another profile and sign on, then you'll be in here. Go figure. So rule number four, I'm getting this right. If you do have a question tonight, please put a Q in front of it. That way it's easier for Donna to pick it out among the comments, especially when you guys get going on side topics, which is really cool, but it helps her pick them out and save them for later. And rule number five is drink up. I got 2 drinks tonight. I got my special tea, and Donna made me a big cup of hot cocoa. Look at that with marshmallows.
Here in Buffalo, it's freaking cold.
It's cold. It's snowing out there. It's snowing. It's not big time snow. It's flurries, but it's snowing.
And it's cold. We're gonna get some snow tonight, and
go figure.
Plenty of hot cocoa, so we're good.
All right, with that, I can switch back to my regular screen and then look at some of the comments that are coming in. I love seeing everyone in here. Ben Rafford. Who let that guy in here? I need a new bouncer. Kenny, you broke rule number 3 so many times. Patrick Swayze's spirit is going to torment you. Have I? So I don't know. I mean, I've done last night. Last night I did a lecture here. I was proud to be the first of the 2023 lecture series at CFI from Western New York, the group that runs it. And I'm kidding with Ben. I love Ben. Ben's one of my best friends. So I love him. Redman's back. Awesome. Adrian Hill. What's up? So yeah, last night I did a lecture here, and we had a lot of people. I was relieved and ecstatic because one of my goals working here at CFI is to get people back in person, get people out, get people into the center, because we have all this space here. We have a lecture room. We have a seminar room. We have display cases that in the seminar room that have been empty for a while, but they're not anymore.
No.
Guess who filled them up?
Yes. You got it out of
I
my
put
house.
stuff up. And Ben, you're even in there because you sent me some pebbles from a certain crypt. And so I have your picture at that certain crypt and then the little package of pebbles that you gave me. Kenny lecture equals what? Oh, bitch, you know you love what I say. So there, take that. But yeah,
Hey,
you're here.
Bob's in the house.
Bob's in the house.
Bob, how you feeling, buddy?
So yeah, it was
Are
really
you still in
good.
that stinky hospital?
Ooh, yeah. I hope you're home. Hey, Rich. Rich Roswell's in the house. So yeah, it was the lecture last night was really good. And it was talking about bringing people together. It was my SciCon lecture,
Awesome.
so I was able to do it and get some more people. And it was just nice to see. I think we had between 50 and 60 people here, which is big. I mean, that's going out into the parking lot and just seeing the entire parking lot like full was awesome. And seeing all the people, and we had great discussions. What time we got out of here? Pretty late. Like
I
it's
don't know. I left early.
Yeah.
So I was home by 9, a little after 9.
Okay, so it started at 7, and I stayed here for a while. I think I was closer to 10 before I got home, so that was pretty good. People were hanging out, and I was really, really great. It was a great time. I was very happy, very pleased with it. So, awesome. And we're gonna do many more. We got workshops planned. Is my gallbladder in the remote viewing box or an organ? Ooh, that would have been fun.
Yeah,
That would have
Bob,
been fun.
You should have said something before this.
Yeah. Before we get to some questions, and again, this is open mic night, so it's up to you guys. I want to see some questions coming in here. Let me get. Where's my banner? There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Have a question? Start with it with Q. There we go. I'm going to put that up there. But tonight we're going to run the remote viewing challenge. Yay! I'm excited about it. I was actually talking about it. I did an interview today for it's called the What the Fuck Happened podcast. So it's WTF Happened podcast, and Liz, who's the host, really nice. We had a great conversation, and remote viewing came up. So I got the box out, and I'm going to say this. I'm not revealing it tonight because the woman that I did the podcast with, it was recorded, so it'll be on later, but she wanted a chance to guess. So I'm going to reveal it next week during the show. But
so that means I got to write them all down?
Well, yeah, you do. You need a notebook?
Huh?
You need a notebook? You got? Oh, you got one. Okay.
I
So,
gotta pay
here you go.
attention
I'm
now.
gonna bring this up here.
All right, guys.
Here's the
come
box.
on.
Here's the box.
You guys can do it. I have faith. Wait, what's the gift?
Here's the. Oh, I gotta get to that. Hold on. I gotta get because I need time to think about it. Shh. There's the target ID number TK421. It is locked. I'm gonna hold the lock so it doesn't make noise. Shake it. You should hear that. So there is something in here. You are welcome to make a guess. If you have a guess, put guess in capital letters and then put your guess in the comments.
I think
Or
you should shake it again.
why?
Shake it, please.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
You're not allowed to guess. You're a staff member. No guesses for Donna. So there it is. And the prize, I didn't really think of a prize, but I usually do. I have a full set. It was like a Toys R Us exclusive of the Ghostbusters 2 figures. So it has all the boys. And I usually put that up as a prize. So I will put that up as a prize. And I can, I'll put a picture up later on my my Facebook page, so you see exactly what it is. But it's really cool. I mean, I love it, so I really don't want to give it up. So it's a cool prize, and you'll win it, and I'll send it to you. And I'll say like, oh, I'm sending it out next week, but I probably will take 2 weeks before I actually send it. You can ask Jake Kitten. I'm horrible with that.
I'll get it out.
Yeah.
He just has to give it to me.
All right. So
next week.
Next week we'll reveal it. So we have guesses. Okay. I see some of the guesses. Interesting. Okay. And we got a couple questions. So let's get into the questions. And again, if anyone else has questions, or I'm stepping it up a notch tonight. If you want, I will send you a link to get in. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the chat room.
That's a good idea.
because that'll make it easier. Let me see. That's not what I want.
On the show.
I want invite. And if you want to come on the show and ask your question and get into a little bit more detail, because sometimes you ask questions, and I know we've gone through this before where you ask a question and I'm not sure what you mean. So if you think it might come to that, then just come on the show. Flying car, guess potato. Oh, Flying car 100. Is that new? Or is that a new person? I think it's a new person. That's pretty cool. All right. So where we go.
Frozen dog poop. I love it.
And just because you have a link, if you look weird, I might not let you in. just in case, because Entity 7 Paranormal. Oh, cool, Joe Fidel. All right, so let's get to some questions. I'll take the questions now. So I got them. Yeah. All right. First question up is Jade Kitten. How you doing, girl? It's nice to see you. I hate to do this, but thoughts on Velma? So, to be honest, I have not seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I can't really comment on it yet because, again, I haven't seen it. I've read the reviews. And the reason I haven't seen it is because I don't have HBO Max, so I can't watch it. So if somebody can record it for me or do something, let me know if there's a bootleg online so I can watch it. Is bootleg still used? HBO Max. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what they do. It's like Disney Plus and stuff, you know. So unfortunately, I can't watch it. But I've heard the reviews are pretty bad. And people on both sides, like both sides of the fence, whatever fence you want to put up, doesn't matter where you put the fence. Everyone on both sides don't like it. So I can only imagine it's probably just someone tried to be, edgy and they fucked it up. That's all I can think of. So if I get a chance to watch it with the help of somebody, then I'll give my opinion. I'll definitely give my opinion because it's Scooby-Doo related. And I mean, I'm going to get to it. Yeah, I'm still going to watch it. All right. So that's off. Let me get that one out. Redman has a question. Since you've started the new job, have you done any investigation stuff? No. No, I have. I'm doing a lot behind the scenes. So my job doesn't just focus on investigations, although that's a big part of it. I'm also doing a lot of outreach, helping with some outreach stuff and trying to build relationships with other organizations outside of us to get partnerships. And it's not my main job. I'm assisting the person that's actually doing the hard work. And I'm also, like that, I mentioned the display cases. So I'm filling those display cases with some of the artifacts that I've had from my investigations in the past and maybe stuff that people have sent me. And the overall theme is how can this improve critical thinking skills or teach critical thinking skills? So out in the hallway there, I can give you, without screwing up the camera, out in the hallway, past that door, there's Donna. Say hi, Donna. Are a couple display cases. And there's a big seminar room. So I also moved a whole bunch more up there. So we had stuff that would generate interest. So when you come here for an event, because CFI Western New York hosts a book club, a cafe inquiry kind of thing. It's like a discussion group. They have a poetry club. They have a game night, which is like board games and card games, or mostly board games, I think. The potluck dinner,
like twice a month or
once a month. It's the first Wednesday of every month, which is awesome. I love coming to that because it's you bring a dish and you don't know what you're going to get, and it's awesome. But then you have a lot of conversation, and we've noticed that since the display cases have been filled with stuff like not just items, but like nice museum cards with a QR code that takes you to another article or a video and stuff. So there's interest and people are loving it, and we're getting a lot of good feedback. So those are some of the projects I've been working on behind the scenes, but I've also been doing investigations and writing stuff for like the print magazine that's coming. But the next issue, I think I have 2 articles in it, but there's a lot of stuff like that. And I've been working on, I have another video that's almost done. It's one of those things when you do videos for like my video series, The Ghost in the Machine, it's an ongoing investigation. So I might film something and then have to wait a few days for someone to get back to me with information, or refilm because the first part just didn't make sense now because I got new information that changed what was going on. So it takes a little bit of time. So I hope that answered your question. Because there's a lot going on. I have a lot of projects going on. And plus I have to put up with Ben Radford, like every texting me and, I miss you, Kenny, and stuff. I'm so kidding. He's gonna be pissed. I hope he's laughing. All right. What else? What else have we got there? Question for Kenny. I sent you a news clip to your Facebook Messenger about a new scientific breakthrough. Could you play it for everyone and hear your comments on it? So let me see here. I did see it pop up. So as long as it's not long. I mean, some of these, it's 19 minutes. So I can't do that because that's way too long to take up too much time on here. But what I will do is I'll watch it this weekend, and then I'll write down some notes, and then we'll bring it up next week.
If people want to watch it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put the link in the chat room so everyone else can share this.
You'll know what you're talking about.
And let's see. There we go. I'll put it in the chat room so everyone can watch it, and maybe we can set aside like the beginning of the next show for the reveal of the remote viewing, and then we can also do a little discussion about this. And if you want to, Robert, maybe come on if we do an open mic night, because I don't have a guest scheduled for next week yet. But if we do it, then you can come on and then we can talk about it a little bit. So I think, if Donna's not here, then we'll see, because it's very difficult to do the show by myself now. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope that answers, or at least, satisfies you for now. That sounded weird to say. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the answers you get from Kenny?
If not, we're just going to ignore you. We're going to move on anyway.
Wow, that was her. She said that, not me.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know. I know what you mean. All right.
That's what we're going to do. So if he didn't want that, allow it.
Coming up next. All right, Rich. Hey, Rich Rosel. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you for a while. I miss you. So the question he has is the most ridiculous claim of paranormal activity you've been asked to investigate. Wow. That's hard because there's so many. The most ridiculous claim.
Oh, it has to do with stop aging. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's scientific aging stuff like that.
Oh,
so
that sounds pretty cool.
I'd have to look. I really have to look into that later, though. So the most ridiculous claim of paranormal activity that I've been asked to investigate. So, I mean, recently I was asked to investigate a dog that does math. Not meth, math. Yeah, M-A-T-H, math. And that was actually, he paused the guy's leg.
Yeah.
That was my first official office call. I have a phone. I have a phone here in my office. That it rang the one day, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" Looking around, like, what's making that noise? And it was my phone. So I answered it, and it was a guy that was breathing heavy. That kind of put me off. It was weird. It was just weird. I don't know if he was just very excited, but he was breathing very heavy into the phone and telling me that his dog can do math, and not just addition and subtraction, but he can do complex equations. And he can also spell, and then wanted to know if I was interested. And I was like, well, I gotta look into it first, and this is not the typical thing I look into, but I'll take a quick look and I'll get back to you if I'm interested. So he was really pushing it. It really, to me, it sounded more like he was pushing to get some publicity. That's what it sounded like to me. And I looked it up. I saw some videos of him and his dog, and it really looked like a trick to me. More like a treat kind of trick, Clever Hans kind of thing. If you don't know who Clever Hans is, look it up. It very interesting story. but it was along those lines. And also, when I looked up or Googled, because Google is our friend, when I Googled it, there was a bunch, like dozens of dogs that came up that allegedly can do math. So it wasn't like
I
this.
can teach Rummy. She's pretty smart. I
This
bet you I
yeah,
can teach her some math.
it wasn't like something that was unique. So
In the future.
I don't know if that's the most ridiculous thing, but that's the first thing that, and especially recent, that came to mind to look into. There's been what was the other call I got? Somebody called. I totally forget. I'm blanking out now. There was a call once, that an email once, about their someone's dog that was possessed by a demon, and it it was because they their number two smelled more rotten than usual. So that was the claim. That was why they thought their dog was possessed by a demon. And I said, no. I know. It was like, I'm not coming to your house to smell your dog's poop.
They changed your food or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably something simple, but that was something that I really did not want to get into.
Or the dog was sick.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but it's not, and it's the other side of that coin is with anything. If you want me to come out and investigate something for you, then you have to foot the bill. You have to get me out there. I'm not going to pay like a hotel or travel expenses to come out and investigate something like dog poop. I'm not doing it. But
yeah, what if your sniffer's not working? Maybe
yeah.
How would you know?
Oh, I just don't want to get into that. I just don't want to get into that idea. That's just weird. So that might qualify as the most ridiculous thing I've been asked to investigate.
Yeah.
It's just really, really bad. So
I wouldn't even call that paranormal. It's just
like, no. Well, you know what? They just, because they put that spin on it. My dog is possessed by a demon.
Right.
And that, I don't know where that line that connected those two dots. I don't know how that line got drawn in, or what in their head made the connection there. But it just seems so out there, like left field in the bleachers, over the wall, and out in the parking lot. Like, that's how weird it was. So there you go. Hope that answered your question, Rich. Whew, this is fun. This is fun. I'm going to have some hot cocoa. Oh, Ben Rafford. I saw that Barry Taff, who investigated the entity case, is apparently in better health and on Facebook. We were told that all his documentation and research is in storage. Have you reached out to ask if we can see it? Yes, I did send a message to him, asking politely if we could. We were told by his friend, Barry's friend, that all of this stuff was in storage, and if we could see it, we could investigate and research everything and find out everything that there was about the entity case. So I did reach out to him. I haven't heard back from him yet. I haven't gotten any response. Honestly, I don't expect to. I would hope to. I would really hope to, because I was serious about it, and I'm pretty sure Ben. I would guarantee that Ben is also serious about it. That we would go out there and go through the storage unit to look for the research materials and the notes from that case. So if you're not familiar, it's the entity case. There's a movie about it, but it's based on a woman, Doris Bither, and she claimed, Bither. I think it's Bither. I think it's Doris Bither. And it was a case of alleged demonic rape. So I think she claimed only once, though. It's been a while since I heard the story, but she claimed that there were demons in the house, or entities. I don't know if she used the word demon, but that she was repeatedly sexually assaulted, and other things were going on in the house. But there was other things involved. There's other factors involved, alcoholism and stuff like that. I would suggest, if you want to, Ben Rafford has a awesome article that details the story. It's in Skeptical Inquirer, and I think it's online now. So you can go to skepticalinquirer.org and look up that article. And then, in addition, I looked at the photographs and give my opinion and back research on the photographs that were associated with it. And you can see that too. I think I made a video about it. Did I make a video or an article? I think I wrote an article. Yeah, it was an article. And then I have that camera that they used. I have the same one. It's out in the display case with pictures that recreated the event. So, is it an 80s movie? I don't know. I don't think it's an 80s movie. It might be the Entity.
Or that, or maybe the early.
Yeah, you're right. 1982. That's when it came out. So it's a cult favorite. It's one of those cult favorite movies. Oh, Ben put the article in there. Good, awesome. He put the link in the chat room. So yeah, it was a I kind of enjoyed the movie, but I enjoyed it in that it's a B movie kind of thing. You know, like it's so bad that I like it. So take that how you want. It's definitely not high quality, and it's not. It doesn't tell a true story because Hollywood. So beyond that, yeah, I'm waiting for him to get back to me. I might try and track him down and call him on the phone and just talk to him. I mean, I'm sure he's not going to be happy, but I want to see the records. I want to see the records and the original photographs if they have them, because I think that would be really, really interesting and telling if we could see them. So good.
There's a few new people in.
There's a few new people. I know we got a lot of people. Hey, Dave.
Paul, Dave, Ed. Welcome, everybody.
Ed Mack. Hi, I would like. Oh, what is this comment here? I'm gonna put this comment. I would like for you to help me change my mind, or I can make you a believer. Oh, so, I mean, you're welcome to ask questions. I don't know if we're going to change each other's mind, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy what you see, and we'll go from there. All right, Bob. What's up, Bob? Bob, we got a surprise for you coming soon.
Bob's getting better.
We're working on it, and I think you'll be happy.
Yeah.
When it eventually is something we can show. So it's all you, baby. Donna Q. Donna Q, is this for you? Yeah. Oh, was that a Phillies hat? Hell yeah. Yeah. Can you put your camera on? Can I put your camera on real quick?
For a second, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sporting my Phillies hat.
There she is. She got the Phillies going.
Well, and here, from far away, if you don't see the P, it's like you're still like Buffalo's kind of colors. So, we're in Buffalo country now. I got to root for them as well. And they're the Eagles and Buffalo. The Bills are doing great this year.
Isn't there a chance they might play each other?
This weekend, if they both win this weekend, it's getting closer and closer.
So what are you going to do if both are in there?
I'm going back to Philly to watch the Super Bowl because I can't be up here and I can't.
Okay.
I'm still a true Eagles fan.
That's good.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
There you go. All right, Jay Kitten. How close are you to Broadway? Like in New York City?
I don't know.
Is that what you mean? Because if it's New York City, you mean we're pretty far away. We're on the other side. So I'm in Buffalo, which is on the western, like the as western as you can get in New York. And then New York City is on east, the complete east side. So if that's what you mean, there's your answer. Yeah, I think we're like 5 hours away.
No, it's probably about 6 hours, I would think, to New York City. We are completely on the other side of the state.
Broadway, New York. Let's see, New York. Broadway, New York.
Yeah, Broadway's in New York
and
City.
Then that's buy tickets. Oh, there it is. So Buffalo, let's see about this. I'm looking it up. Yeah, to get directions to see how long it would take to get there from here. And the answer is coming up soon. As soon as I put in where I'm from. Let's see. This is a showstopper, isn't it? Like dead air. That's why I keep talking. I hate dead air. So, all right. Here we go. 6 hours and 14 minutes.
Who was closer?
Good job. Good job, babe.
6 hours. Yeah.
Good job.
Because it's 4 hours to 81.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Keep keep the questions coming. I'm not even buzzed. I've been drinking the hot chocolate. Kenny, I'll send you Velma, but please don't vicar me. No worries.
It's that bad.
I won't do it. If it's that bad, I usually, even if something's really, really bad and I plan on reviewing it, I suffer through it because that's just, that's my work ethic, I guess you could say.
Once he starts watching something, especially if people are bad mouthing, he's gonna have to watch the whole
have to
thing
watch it
just so he can get.
Well, no, I don't.
Nice...
Yeah, I'll watch the first episode and see how it is, and I'll give my opinion from that. If I don't like it, then I won't continue, and I'll be satisfied that all right. I looked at one video, I gave it a chance, didn't like it.
But it's Scooby-Doo related, so you probably would.
But that's you know what? If they tarnish the sanctuary that is Scooby-Doo, I will rip them thread by thread apart because Scooby-Doo is the man. He's a dog, but he's man. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Here, like JD even said,
getting someone an STD. Wow.
That's
okay.
Pretty bad.
That's pretty harsh.
Really?
That's pretty harsh.
Okay, I'm glad we haven't watched it.
All right. What do you think about Chat GPT? Stop using it or embrace it. Do you think it will harm critical thinking skills? I don't know what this is.
Chat GPT.
So I'm not sure what this is. Chat, what is it? GPT. What is this?
We are learning tonight.
Optimizing language models for dialogue. OpenAI. Oh, it's it launched OpenAI in November 2022. It is built on top of OpenAI's GPT-3 family or large language models. And it's fine-tuned with both supervised and reinforcement learning techniques. I don't know. I'm really at a loss here because
is that saying like a robot can learn shit?
It's a free and easy to use AI search tool. Hit the ground running when it was launched to the public in November. A user types in a question and Chat GPT spits back out an easily understandable answer in an essay format. Oh, that's why. All right. So I'm guessing you're concerned about kids, students, like kind of cheating, like putting in something and then letting this spit out.
I think it will harm critical thinking skills.
Yeah, definitely, because it'll stop you from trying. It'll stop you from looking further. It'll be like, well,
Google's one thing, but I guess if something's like,
yeah,
so
I mean,
what is
it's
it, like just something reading you a definition, or
I mean, I'm not getting too into it here. Well, I mean, I can a little bit.
Can also write code, not just essays.
Wow. Not even 2 months after its creation, a new artificial intelligence technology is getting banned from schools and stirring controversy among educators. ChatGPT is a free and easy to use AI search tool. Blah, blah, blah. I read that already. Although a huge advancement in the technology field, educators and school systems must grapple with the new tool and the challenges it introduces. Quote, while the tool may be able to provide quick and easy answers to questions, it does not build critical thinking and problem-solving skills, which are essential for academic and lifelong successes. Says Jenna Lyle, a spokesperson for New York City's Department of Education. New York City and Seattle public schools have banned the use of ChatGPT from their devices and networks, citing concerns about cheating and negative impact on learning. So, yeah, this is just a cursory view of it. That all I know is exactly what I read to you.
Right.
So some of us are seeing it like calculators. I mean, it's having a tool do the work for you, but in an extreme manner, I think, because I mean, if we can't always blame the tool, because I mean, sometimes you need a calculator to do it. But
right.
I mean, and then also, I mean, if somebody uses Google to look up stuff, isn't that using a tool?
But I think for when it comes to learning, I think it's definitely an issue, and I think it should stay out of the classroom.
Yeah, if it's doing work for you, like looking up something, Googling, Googling something and having it bring you like an encyclopedia page or something like that, and you read through it and then write your own essay according to what you've read, and not plagiarizing. Zach Baggins, Troy Taylor.
How do you know the AI isn't plagiarizing somebody's work?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
You would
very
have to see.
interesting.
You'd have to compare it. I mean, that's what I do when I suspect someone plagiarized something. Zach Baggins. That I usually put.
You sound like you're getting a cold.
Oh, I'm allergic to bullshit. So, when I suspect plagiarism, I'll take certain lines. I'll type out the entire lines or half a paragraph and put it in Google or Google Scholar and see if it comes up with something. It's. I'd like to look into this a little bit more to see what's.
Like, write down.
So cheating and learning concerns. It says what makes Chat GPT a challenge for educators is the AI technology comes up with unique wording for answers to the same question.
Oh, so it's different.
So you could have a bunch of like half your students put in the thing and it'll come up with different ways to say the same thing. And it looks like they're all separate
they're all
work.
doing their own work.
Yeah. It says, for example, when asking Chat GPT, what is an apple? One response begins, an apple is a fruit that grows on a tree in the rose family and is typically round and red, green, or yellow in color. When asked the same question again, it starts, an apple is that promiscuous? It's some kind of fruit. I can't say that word.
Persimmons? That one?
Pomaceous.
I don't know.
Palmaceous. I don't know. I sound stupid right now. An apple is some kind of fruit, meaning it is produced by a deciduous tree in the rose family. Cultivators of the species Malus domestica. There's a lot of
your kids didn't come.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, there's a lot here. Just that, yeah, it makes me concerned. So, whew. All right.
That was difficult.
That was really difficult.
I think we have to look into that a little bit more.
You know what? That's gonna. Did you write that down?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. All right, we'll give it. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. All right, we got somebody that popped in here, and he hasn't been on the show before. So let's see what he has to say. Hey, Skip. How are you? I can see you.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how all this works, so I was digging around, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. You got a question, buddy?
But I'm just not real ready for them yet.
You're not ready to ask your question?
Not quite. I figured give you a chance to research some of it. I've been getting hit with a lot of stuff, people wanting to know about the ghost of Flight 401.
401. Oh, the plane crash?
The plane crash down in the Everglades.
Okay.
New Year's 1972.
Okay.
And I'll dig together stuff for that and get back to you.
Okay. So you want to pop back in when you're ready?
Yes, I will, but not right now. I just wanted to know how to get in the chat room.
Oh, okay. Well, this is how you do it.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Cool. So, all right. You come back when you're ready.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You guys are great. I enjoy this. Thanks, Kenny
awesome.
and Donna.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, that was cool. That was cool.
Okay, Red Man's
all right.
Up.
Red Man's up. Let's see. Question. Since landing your dream job, what is your favorite article you've completed? Does Ben still edit your work? Yes, Ben still edits my work. It depends on who it goes to. So most of the time I send it to Ben because he makes me sound a lot smarter. He fixes my Philly accent that comes out and any typos that also comes out, and he also tells me when where quotes go, because I have a really bad habit of putting quotes in the wrong side of the period or comma. So he fixes that for me. My favorite article that I've completed. So So there's a couple. Actually, there's one. There's one coming out, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it yet because it hasn't come out. I've worked with something with JD, and I'm liking it because it was it was an unexpected deep mystery that required a lot of research and a lot of digging. And we worked together on it for the last I don't know, like 2 months maybe, going back and forth and finding little clues here and there and contacting people. So I'm proud of that one, even though I did a lot of research for it. JD wrote the entire piece, so when it does come out, it's a team effort there, and I like it. I like it a lot. For let's see, because I've done a bunch of little ones since coming in here, but I do. Oh man, what do I got? I can't tell you yet because they're not all coming out. They're not out yet. I'm working on them. Yeah, so there you'll have to see. If you subscribe, become a member of CFI, you get a good membership. You get a Skeptical Inquirer for free. So I'll leave it at that. I can't tell you much. I'm sorry, I can't answer your question fully. But
the best
let's
is
see.
yet to come.
He busted his ass. Oh, thank you, JD. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want to wait until it actually comes out because it's getting a little refining done to it, and then once the article comes out, it'll be interesting, especially if the timing is right. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's a clue, but if we get the timing right, it's going to be awesome. All right, what else we got? JD, what's the average workday like for you? Do you have a routine? Absolutely not. So my average day is I'm here early. I leave late. I'm usually, I would say most of the time I'm the last one to leave.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
No, we're not. But I love this job. My daily, I don't have a routine. I kind of come in here and sit. I have a list in front of me. So like I have that's flashing real quick, but I have a list of things to do. That continues to grow every day, and sometimes I check stuff off, and then other times like I have to add stuff to the list, but I have to do those first between projects out there, and if we have an event coming up that night or the next day,
or
a phone call comes. Yeah, right. I mean, sometimes a phone call comes in and I'm on the phone for an hour with somebody that's like telling me they're possessed, or
someone stops by your office.
Yeah, people stop by. But we also go out sometimes. Like this job takes me out of the office where we go visit like another organization and we meet with them and talk to them for a little bit and see if we can trade ideas. And then a lot of it is sitting right here doing research, either sitting here like this, or I sit at this table reading. I read some of the books. I get new books, magazines that come in. I print out old articles and go through them. Sometimes over here, you can see how messy it is over here, but because like I'm taking stuff apart or putting stuff together or building something over here that'll help me later. And so, and then other people will come in. Eric is my coworker. He is what's this? I actually prefer a non-routine day. One of the reasons I got into teacher leadership, it breaks up the day. It does. I mean, the day really goes by fast.
That's why he doesn't come home.
I know. I get lost in it.
Like,
she does. She does. She texts me like, "Hey, dinner's ready. Come home." And so I do. But like Eric is our outreach coordinator, and he's on the other side of this wall. So he's in the office right over here, and like he'll come in, he'll knock, and be like, "Hey, I wonder what you think about this," or he's like, "Somebody sent me this video. What do you think?" And we'll go through and solve it. We'll figure it out, and it takes maybe 20 or 30 minutes to do it. Tim Binga always comes in. Oh, I can show you something because I'm working on it, and I posted pictures. So I found this slide not too long ago, and let me put a piece of paper up so you can see it better. So I found this slide.
You mean the piece of paper doesn't have something on it?
Well, no, I mean, you can see it. It's not on the other side.
You can see the print through the paper.
But that comes up better.
Yeah, it does.
So when I got this, I thought this was a glass plate positive image, which means like instead of a negative on a glass plate, it was a positive, and it really threw me for a loop, and I didn't know what it was. It's not a paranormal mystery, but it's a mystery nonetheless. And it was like, oh, this is interesting. I want to get into this. And with the help of like Tim Binga, who is our librarian here, and even Joe Nickel stopped by, and I showed him because he's pretty well versed in old school photography. So we were looking at this, and I dived into the mystery, and I was able to locate where it was. And this took, this is going to be an article. I'm going to write it up because I think, and help me out here if you think so, but I think the whole process of figuring out where this came from and what it is, and the people at this mansion that helped me understand where this came from. I think the whole process is very interesting, and I want to write it up. So, yeah, I think so. I think the little process, the investigation process of that, is a little break from the normal stuff that I do, and it demonstrates how to look something up, how to find something. I found this in a antique store in Buffalo, and the picture is not from Buffalo, or the glass plate isn't from. So yeah, I know I get so excited about mysteries. So there you
go. Quick shout out here.
Oh, John Kennedy just dropping by. What's up, John Kennedy? Just dropping by to say my second granddaughter was born tonight. What? Woo! Welcome, Amara Kennedy. Have a wonderful night. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, dude.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That's so cool. I can't wait to see pictures, man. Yeah. That's so cool.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Get to it, man. Have some fun. Enjoy the second. Wow, you're old, dude. You're old. Look at me. I'm talking. Yeah, he's younger than us, but I don't got grandkids.
Good thing.
Yeah. Dave Schumacher. Oh shit. Here we go. I love you, Dave. Thoughts on a formal citizen science initiative within the paranormal community, i.e., organized and led by those who are educated and trained in research, working with lay people to develop as citizen scientists. Would it be accepted and worth it? So, depends on who you're talking to about being accepted. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. If you have, because citizen scientists are something that when you have a scientist that are mentoring and guiding you, then I think a lot of good work can be done. And I'm familiar with what you're talking about because we've talked behind the scenes about this kind of stuff. And I think this initiative is pretty cool what they're trying to do. And it's collecting data. It's collecting data the right way. And a lot of data logging, all that stuff. All the stuff that we've talked about, like me, Dave, and Tim have talked about on 3TS. So I think it's good when it's led by people that are trained in the scientific process and can help you understand how to collect data and under what conditions. I think it's good. Is it going to be accepted? Again, that's by, like, who do you mean? Like mainstream science? I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. Maybe not. I don't know. I'd be interested in it. And I think it would be really, really cool to see what comes of that. Would it be worth it? I think it's definitely on the top of the is it worth it scale of everything else that ghost hunters do. Like all this stuff they do with their gadgets and the lights and the beeps and broken radios and stuff. We've talked about it before. I've said it before. I think it's all trash. Doesn't work. The way they use it and the way they collect what they call data is tainted and bad. I think it's worthless. But something like what you're talking about, Dave, I think would be beneficial, and it would help. It would help say, hey, we're taking this seriously, and we're doing what science has suggested we do. Finally, I think. So I hope I hope that answer satisfies you. I gotta stop saying that. I don't know why satisfy is in my head. Like that term is in my. I hope that answered your question, Dave.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I got to start drinking. Maybe I'm too sober.
Maybe it's the chocolate.
Oh, that's better. Yeah. That's good. All right. We're doing great. What time? Oh, we're almost at the pee break time. Redman, why can't believers just present their evidence and accept the reactions? There's a few reasons. And I'll start with like an extreme reason first. People can be assholes. And if somebody has what they think is evidence and they want to present it, they might not be so inclined to do so because they're afraid of what would be said. You know, like I try to be polite. I try to be nice as possible. And I try to explain myself and what I see and why I see it and why I don't think it might be paranormal or something like that. But not everyone's like that. Some people can be outright dicks and just tell you you're stupid or something like that. So that's on the extreme side. You know, they don't want to see that kind of reaction because it's disheartening and you know it's cruel and it makes you stop everything. You don't want to do it at all, or you get angry and you just say, well, you know what? I'm not going to ask you, maybe the people that know what they're doing. I'm just going to stay in my inner circle here.
A little bubble.
Yeah, my bubble, and just talk to everyone else in my bubble. So, but there's other things where it's there's other situations where you can present what you have, and you are only looking for someone to confirm what you already believe, and that's something we've all come across. You know, we've all dealt with that before, and if they approach it like that, and someone like me comes along and says, well, you know what, I see this photograph and you have this orb, but I have other explanations for this, and I can replicate this picture and show you exactly how it could most likely be dust or a bug or something like that. That might not be the answer they want, so they're not going to show it to me, or they're going to blow me off and say, hey, you know, go away. I don't care what you say anymore. And that's it. So why can't believers just present evidence and accept their reactions? Some people just don't want to. They want one reaction. And we're talking about a group of people, not everyone, but they want one reaction, and that's, yes, I believe you. That's what they want. And when they don't get it, they get mad, or they take their ball and go home. And again, that's just one situation. That's one group of people. It's not everyone. Some people do accept it. In my experience, especially over the years, I've seen a shift. And maybe it's my approach, maybe it's my behavior, because I've changed my approach and behavior with it. And I think that has opened up more opportunity, more trust, where if someone comes to me looking for advice and I give it to them, the way I give them advice is acceptable. And they understand that I'm not trying to be mean, or I'm not trying to just dismiss them, that I'm being honest and sincere, and I'm giving them information that explains their evidence, and they can be happy with that. So that's my experience lately. And again, that's in the last couple of years that it's really shifted to a good thing, a positive thing. I think it's great. So hope that answered your question. Whew, I took satisfy out of that one.
Yeah, but you still brought it up.
Shh, I whispered. They can't hear it. All right. What else we got?
Can we take a break before we do
Oh shit, yeah. Let's we got a couple questions.
Break.
Let's do an early break. If you guys got questions, please, this is the time, put them in the chat room, and we'll get to them. But we're going to take our pee break now. So I'm going to turn off the banner, and then I'm going to play the commercial break, pee break, because I haven't changed it yet. I started working on one, but I just haven't gotten through it yet. I didn't have time today. But I'll see you in about 3 minutes and 10 seconds from now.
Do satanic cults lurk in the shadows? Can memories of satanic ritual abuse be repressed? Do exorcisms really drive out demons? And are those demons always possessing Zach Baggins? I'm JD Sword, the Satanic Skeptic. Join me on The Devil in the Details as I examine these questions and more, bringing a skeptical and satanic perspective to the paranormal. The Devil in the Details, available on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and more.
Jetham for us. Jetham for us. Hail Satan. Hail Satan.
Are you tortured by what you see and hear about the paranormal field? Join us as we critically examine and question paranormal claims, science, ghosts, demons, cryptids, UFOs, ghost hunting technology, and much more are all on the table for discussion. 3 Tortured Souls is a video podcast that streams live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 Pacific.
3 Tortured Souls.
All right, we are back. Second hour. This is awesome. I love it. We got a couple questions still going. So let's hit them and see what pops up. JD Sword. Are there any New York-based famous hauntings or cryptids you plan to investigate? So there's a few that are around here. Still getting used to the area. I actually have a book.
You got a book?
I got a book. I have one book. Yeah. I have a ton of books.
A book of Buffalo?
So this is actually from the CFI libraries.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right. Because we have a library. We have 2 libraries downstairs that I have access to. So this is a book. It's written by Mason Winfield, and it highlights it says haunted sites and ancient mysteries of upstate New York. And I got it because my coworker Eric here, he's pretty much become my partner in crime at work. So because when we have Nerf battles, he backs me up. But enough about that. So Mason Winfield was actually here last night, and it was it was great, but it was a bummer because I didn't realize it was him that wrote this book. But he came to my lecture last night, and we talked a little bit, and we've been emailing today. So it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of sites. We were actually, Eric brought up the idea, well, not the idea, but a place called Gudelberg Cemetery. And there's a history about like a doctor performing illegal abortions, and the cemetery's haunted because he dumped the bodies of the fetuses and some of the mothers that didn't make it into a pond that's behind the cemetery. So there's like a lady in white, there's devil dogs, and not the one you eat. Not the hostess ones. But there's stuff like that associate it. And I actually went out there and I posted on Facebook a couple pictures and a video about a month ago because I went out to visit the place and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But there's a lot of places like that, and I want to incorporate that into some of my writings, because it's like, I'm here, I might as well investigate this kind of stuff and do like local stuff, because now it's local to me. So it will be incorporated into some of the projects that I do. Or K&D Adventures. If it's not like paranormal or skeptic associated, then, just a plain old fun stuff, then we're gonna go do it, and we'll film it for our K&D channel. So, because we haven't done that in a while.
I know.
Yeah, so long. But good question.
Weather's getting better.
Yeah, it's been freaking cold up here and snowing and shit. So it's either snowing or raining.
It's so cloudy.
And it's cold.
It better be sunny in the summertime.
Yeah,
or spring,
I hope so.
Donna's gonna be really
I hope
pissed
so.
off if it's cloudy all the
I
time.
did find Shark Girl, and I know if you follow my Facebook page, you saw that. Shark Girl
He was so excited
is a
to
statue
find
out here, and I found it, and I was so happy. All right. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, we do. Hold
Okay.
on.
Yay! I like questions.
I think he almost answered this one already.
You don't have to say name, but do you have a work bestie? Yeah. So I would say 3. I have 3 work besties. So Eric is my partner in crime. We've been getting along a lot, because he didn't have this office next to me when I started here, but he moved up here because he was in a different. It's a long story. Anyway, so we do a lot of stuff. We talk a lot during the day. And then Tim Binga is my other work bestie, because Tim Binga is, librarian. So love books. And we also share a very similar excitement and thrill for investigating stuff and uncovering mysteries. And like old school, like good old research, getting your hands dirty in the books. And, we share that. He comes in here almost every morning with his coffee first thing, and he sits down next to where Donna is, and we chat for a little bit, and we talk about updates on what we're doing and different projects. And he's always helpful. He's always like, if you need anything, just let me know. And the guy is a wizard with books, man. Like, I can send him something, and he's like, yep, we got it. There's tens of thousands of books down there, and he knows if we have it, and he gets it for me. There's archives of videos and stuff like that. He'll get it for me. So amazing guy. I love it. And then my other bestie is Nicole. Nicole is the editor of Free Inquiry, which is our other magazine here. And she comes in, and she's like my nemesis with Nerf guns. But she comes in too, and she sit down and talks. We go over different projects, and all of us get together and really bang out some ideas. We brainstorm. And I put a picture up not too long ago on my Facebook page of a brainstorming session that Nicole and Eric were in. So it's fun, and we have a lot of fun. We trade ideas, and it gets the excitement all around. So, I mean, it's fun when you get people that are just as passionate or excited about projects, and it just spreads around, and we just have a great it's great teamwork. So there you go. Hope that answered your question. What else do we got there, baby? I see Daniel Reed's in the house. That's nice.
Yeah, it's question 2.
Robert, how do you say your last name? DePirio. DePirio. That sounds like a Star Wars, like DePirio. Pew, 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 pew. I'm not making fun of you. Question. Kenny, the clip I sent was about research about extending life through a one-time gene therapy. It worked with mice and doubled their life, i.e. if their life expectancy thank you, was 2 months, it extended it to 4 months, and they think it will work for us. Maybe 10 years or so more if we were 90. Do you think it's possible? That's way out of my pay grade. That's well beyond the science that I know.
That's the clip that he wants us to watch.
Okay, so we'll look through it, and it still stands. Like, it's interesting, but do I think it's going to work or not? I have no idea. I don't have the background necessary to look at the data and decide whether it's going to work or not. But I will look at it, and I'll give my thoughts. But I just want to put that disclaimer in that I am not qualified to give an informed opinion on that. I can just, do do the armchair opinion guy.
I know
That's
what your
about it.
answer would be. If it would work,
I'll take
Kenny
it.
would be the first one to
I'll
sign
take it.
up.
You know, if they can extend my life,
Yep.
if they can double it, hell yeah, sign me up. How much? Where's my wallet? Here's my credit card. Take it. I'm ready. I do not want to. There is too much. And if you can tell me I have twice as much time to learn and investigate mysteries and hopefully solve mysteries while I'm doing it, and just experience more stuff, I am all in, brother. All in. That's so cool. That would be cool.
I don't know if I could put up with a double life of Kenny Biddle. I might not take the shot.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Just the thought. I'd really
Well,
have to think about
you know
it.
what? We've had a good run.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you in your advanced age,
Thank you.
and
appreciate it.
you know,
And then
I
you
will
can just
continue
move
on.
and do
I will
everything
continue
that
on.
you really want to do without me around.
Okay. You heard it here first, people. Bob Ledzinski. Totally a question I am not expecting you to post. Seriously. Yet here it is. Politics aside, that's not a good way to start, Bob. Not a good way to start. Do you think George Santos is the greatest contributor to the paranormal community? I'm sure he thinks he is.
Who is
I'm not. I don't do politics, so it might sound like weird, but I had to look this up.
Who is George Santos? Do you know
Whose
him?
election to Congress? He's a congressman
Oh.
on Long Island. Last month, helped Republicans clinch a narrow majority in the House of Representatives. Built his candidacy on the notion that he was the full embodiment of the American dream.
Wow.
Yo, that's
He's got cojones.
yeah. You got balls to say that shit. Like, you know, I mean, I've sometimes said things about myself like I am awesome,
I know,
but I am. It's filled with sarcasm. Like I don't believe that for a second. But to come up and say that shit, that's weird. Yeah, I don't. What I don't know what he did. Bob, can you come on? Would you come on? I don't care. Call from the hospital, damn it. You're on the show. Come on. Just move on from this question. Okay. I don't know how it relates to paranormal. So send me a message later. Oh, you don't have a voice. Can't you write it down? I love you, Bob. I love you so much, man. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, he's fucking typing in the chat room. Fucking write it down. I was being funny. Okay. All right. Moving on. Get this question out of here. Yeah, I hope you're better, man.
A few more times. It's like having drugs, especially
Beep,
for
beep,
this
beep,
show.
beep, beep, beep. I would be so high if that was like the case. And they're like, "Here's the button," and I'm
It's
like,
on
"What's
a
this for?" And
timer.
be like, "Oh, this is a morphine button. If you have pain, you know, just
Yep,
press the
do
button."
it.
And I'd be like, in my head, I'd be going, "Stare at the button, no reaction. Stare at the button, no reaction. Wait till they leave. And as soon as they leave, pew 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 pew."
You hit it once and it stops. Like
Oh,
you're
that's bullshit.
timed and you can't hit it. You can hit
What's
it
the use of the button
15 times, like during a 10-minute period, but it'll only give it to you every
then?
10 minutes or whatever.
So then I'd be there with the
time.
stopwatch, like,
Yeah.
got it. All right, 10 more minutes. Beep beep.
All
right.
You're home, Bob.
I'm glad you're home too, Bob. All right,
Don't let Kenny give you crap.
I'll give you crap when you get back to karate, bitch.
Oh, he just
Kidding.
hit his father.
Kidding. He gave me so much shit before. I'll give it back to him. I hope you're laughing, buddy.
It's probably hurting him to laugh. Sorry, Bob.
All right.
I'm not gonna laugh anymore.
Bring the crap, Kitty. See? All right, next question.
It's from Bob.
Damn it, Bob. Before coming back to your podcast, did you practice finding the bathroom, running to it, and getting back in time? So, no, we did not. Because, for one, the bathroom is
Right there.
Like, I go out the door here, and within 10 seconds, I am at the bathroom.
and we can both go at the same time.
Yeah. So there's a men's room and a ladies' room.
It's really convenient.
It's perfect. Don't have to wait in line.
Plus, our new house is that way too.
Yeah. So it's great. It's wonderful. Yeah, our temporary home has 2 bathrooms right next to each other. So it's a master bath and a regular bath. So it works. But everything's right here. So it's like hit the commercial, get up, stroll over to the bathroom, do my thing.
We can actually have a conversation now. It's not like
yeah, we talk through the walls. How's it going over there? See you, Dave. Good seeing you, buddy. But yeah, so there was no practicing needed. It was all it's all nice. We actually came back. I was able to come back and actually go through, like, look at the questions that were up and you know, just relax. So it's nice. It's nice being able to do that. That it makes it so much easier. And that everything's already set up. The only thing I have to set up is the laptop when I bring it over. So everything, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's nice.
It is nice. It is nice. Cool. So, all right. That's enough from Bob. No more Bob questions. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
He doesn't have any more right now.
Daniel Reed, what's up? You like Star Wars? Yes, this is true. How about Doctor Who or Star Trek? So, I'm not a Who fan. And it's not that I don't like them. It's not that I don't hate them. It's just, yeah, I really don't have an interest. I grew up watching the original Doctor Who, and I only watched it because that was the only thing that was sci-fi on at that time slot. So I watched it. I didn't like it, but I watched it anyway. And so I'm not really a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah, because back in the day, you only had 5 channels. You didn't have 500.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Daniel's old enough to remember that. I don't know. He looks kind of young in his picture. But yeah, we had 3, 6, 10, 12, 14.
18. I think
No, there was channel 14, there was channel 17.
Oh, 17, yeah.
20, 29 and 48.
29 and 48.
And then 57.
Yeah.
57. So that's 9. We had 9 channels. Yeah. We had 9 channels. And we had to work it with 2 dials.
We had to get up and change channels. So if you really were lazy.
We were remotes.
Yes.
I remember, like, my dad going, "Hey, go change the channel. Put on channel 3. Okay, Dad.
Yeah, Daniel knows. He was 69.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Your little picture you look young. So my bad. Good. You're with us. All right. So Star Trek, yes, I am a Trekkie, a Trek fan. Not really a Trekkie, but I'm a Trek fan.
You're not a Trek.
I like the original series, but I'm a next gen. That's my favorite. But I also watched DS9. And yeah, is that all? Yeah. I watched DS9. I didn't get into Stargate. I love Stargate. Stargate I like better than Star Trek. I like all the stars. Star Wars, Stargate, Star Trek.
There you go.
Starman. Starfighter. That was a good movie. Starfighter. That was a good movie. But yeah, I like Star Trek. Do I have anything here? I don't think I have anything in here that's Star Trek related. But I have, like, the original toys. I have the Enterprise. I have a communicator. I have phasers. A lot of collector plates, stuff like that. So, Star Search. Bob, that's awesome. So there you go. But I'm a bigger Star Wars fan, and I mean, you can see right here. I have my Grogu. This is I got this in Disneyland. Voyager. Yeah, I watched Voyager for a while, but I was like, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there you go.
Choose your path.
Choose your own path. I like that. So it's a good shirt, good message. All right, so there you go. Tell him it's called The Last Starfighter. Yes, I'm sorry, Joe. Oh, Jesus, Joe Downey. Jesus, whatever, Joe Downey.
Yeah, I even like
Stargate. Yeah.
So.
For everyone out there that knows me, I just want to tell you, Joe Downey is a cheater when it comes to Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. Ha! There you go, Joe.
Sorry, Joe, I don't have a button.
That rivalry goes back years.
I don't have a button for him, Joe. I can't just turn them off.
Joe and I are such nerds. Like, we worked together for a couple years, and like during our night shift, we would spend the whole time when we weren't working, we would be asking questions of each other, like just off the wall. You'd have to be a total nerd. So it was like, how many outfit changes did Princess Leia have in Empire Strikes Back? And that was the kind of questions that just went on all night long. So
And
it
you'd
was
have to
fun.
watch the movie.
We'd watch the movie, we'd challenge, like, nope, that's wrong. And then we get together for Trivial Pursuit Star Wars edition. And that was
They literally had a belt.
we had, oh yeah, we have a belt. We had Chewbacca's bandolier.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was the toy that had the figures in it, the old school one. And that was our badge of that was the winner. That was the winner's trophy, which I still have. Still got it.
Princess Leia got shuffled back and forth.
Yeah, Princess Leia that used to be in the background. That's that came from that.
Cooler, was that up for sale?
No, I don't. I think at one point that was a big bet.
Oh, here you go. Here's the
All right,
story.
Joe Downey, tell the story of going to see the preview of the Phantom Menace so much. Yeah, so when the Phantom Menace was coming out, we were all hyped. Before we knew Jar Jar. But we were really hyped about it, and we heard that the preview, the first official preview, was being released, and it was a romantic movie, I think, that had the preview. So Joe and I had this idea, like, we'll go during lunch. So we left work early, went to the theater, bought tickets to the movie, went in together, sat in the front row, watched the preview, then got up and walked out, and then went back to work. So that's how much of nerds we are.
They are geeks.
Yeah. That's fun times. Red Man, did you ever watch the newer Battlestar Galactica series? Yes, I did, and I actually enjoyed it until the end. I absolutely hated the final episode. I think they were robbed. I think they were rushed and told, like, yeah, you're not being renewed. Sum it up. And the way they summed it up sucked balls. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But it was horrible. But I liked the rest of it. I liked what they did with the characters. And I thought it was interesting and different. So there you go. Cool. I love this. Red Man, my wife fell asleep. Yeah.
It's kind of funny, Red Man, because I fall asleep at the weirdest times in almost every movie.
She fell asleep during Spider-Man.
I did. If the battle, like towards the end of the movie, when there's like that big
So
battle
the
scene that's
first-
like 5 or 6 minutes long.
First Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, she fell asleep until the big fight at the end, because it was very loud in the theater and it woke her up. And you were pregnant at the time.
That
So
was a long time.
Our boy was kicking you.
because it was
so loud.
So loud, he wouldn't let me sleep.
Yeah. So I love how this diverged into comic book movies. All right. What else have we got?
Did you ever get into Farscape?
Question. Did you ever get No, I've never got into that. It's just not. I think I saw like 2 or 3 episodes and I was like, okay, but I was already, I think it was running at the same time Stargate was. And then Farscape, I believe Farscape stopped because the guy that was the main guy from Farscape came over to SGU or Stargate. The regular Stargate series. He took over for O'Neill. So I think that's how it went. Oh, there was another question. There it is. How many outfit changes? What was going on here? I don't know where that came from. That was weird. How many outfit changes did she have? Oh my goodness, Empire. Now you got me thinking. Let's see. Oh shit.
Come on, Joe, you're in there.
Yeah, Joe. How many outfits? So
who can get the answer?
one. She has a Hoth outfit, and then the Leave Hoth. And oh man, where'd they go? Oh, I don't know. I can't do this. I'm not in nerd mode. I'm not in nerd mode. I'll get back to you. Yeah, I gotta think through it, and then I'll get distracted, and I'll be like, and my eyes are crossed, and I'll start drooling because I'm so deep in thought. So I will get back to you. Awesome. Got into Star Wars. All right, what else? Oh, Redman, have you witnessed any progress that excites you via ghost hunting groups? Actually, I shouldn't laugh. I mean, I'm laughing because the typical stuff that I see is not any advancement or progress at all. It's the constant loop. It's like a gutter that just is circular, and you just keep going around and around and around. Nothing gets done. What I have seen is more acceptance of alternative explanations. And when I say alternative explanations, I mean more logical, skeptical, more critical thinking going on, and bringing natural explanations to previously thought paranormal or supernatural explanations. So I'm seeing more and more of that. I'm seeing people reach out more, and instead, when I give them a response that gives a very detailed, logical, natural explanation, the response that I get from that is not, well, thank you very much for your time. Goodbye. I get that a lot, where it's quick and it's not what they wanted to hear. Usually I'm getting back like, thank you very much. I appreciate the answer. Now it makes sense. Or now I see that I didn't notice that before. Thank you very much. So that makes me excited. That gets me excited that there's changes going on with people's attitudes towards this. They're not expecting, especially when you send a message or contact someone like me, you should know right from the start that I'm skeptical, that I'm probably not going to just say, oh, you got a ghost. Yet some people still do. But you should expect a more detailed answer. And when I give it to them, they're accepting it more. So I'm very happy about that, because it's showing a change, a shift in the whole mentality. And I get invited to places. I'm still getting invited back to conferences, ghost hunting conferences and stuff. And I just got invited back to one, or I haven't been to one, but I was going to wait to the end. But let's see, what is that? May 12th and 14th, there's a Rochester Parafest going on. And the organizer, Ted Vanson, invited me to come out. So he's invited me before, and I just haven't been able to make it because being in Philly, I wasn't going to drive like 6 hours to get to a ghost hunting conference. But now he's only an hour away. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So I'll be going out there. I hope that answered your question. That's all I got for that. All right. What else we got? There's a follow-up. I like follow-ups.
I think you kind of answered it, I think.
Why do you think those alternative explanations are more accepted? I think because people are getting tired of hearing the same shit. I think they're understanding that the whole like orbs or ghosting or EVPs or whatever the standard common thing. I'm almost going to blame, not almost going to, I'm going to blame TV shows, the overabundance of ghost hunting shows or paranormal shows, that it's a cookie cutter show. There's nothing different. They're all the same, and they do the same shit. They get excited or overexcited about things. They do like those cutscene interviews with the people, like, oh yeah, we did do this, and blah 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 blah. And then, yeah, you get jump scares. I hate jump scares. The creepy music that's in the background that's really low, but is just there just enough that you can notice it. The really crappy evidence that they provide, the lack of good data, and then the gadgets. They're always, a lot of these are promoting gadgets that do the same thing. They look different, but they do the same thing. So I think people are getting sick and tired of it, and they're saying, you know what? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not what I thought it was. And they're looking for a different opinion. And so now they're finding me or JD or any of the other people like Ben Rafford. They come to show. Maybe they see shows like this, and they see shows like Three Tortured Souls, and they hear us talking about it and debating it and discussing it and working out the details, and they're like, wow, you know what? That makes sense. Maybe I should try that. So yeah, I'll take half blame, quarter blame. I'll take quarter credit for that and I'll give full blame to the ghost hunting shows. There you go. I can talk. Honestly, I can. All right. This is good. I like this. JD Sword, how big is the CFI Buffalo office? How many people work there? What are you planning a takeover? There's a bunch of people that work here. How big is it? I mean, it's yeah. I mean, we're all here different. Most of the people are here during the day. Here, obviously, it's like 9:30 at night. I'm here. Donna's here. She don't even work here.
I know.
But it's big enough that one of these days I really got to get. That's one of the things on my my list is to do a video tour of the building. But we have out this window this way. There's a lecture room, and last night I did a lecture. I mentioned that in the beginning, so you can actually go to my Facebook page because it was shared on there. My personal page. No, was it my personal page? I think I put it on both.
It's on mine.
Yeah. And you can see, you can get an idea of maybe how big it was. I posted pictures today.
It's a good size.
It's a decent size. There was, I think there's chairs in there. The chairs that are set up, you can fit 120 people seating in that room. And that, I mean, that's with an aisle up the middle and on the side. And then there's room in the back for cameras and equipment and plus the stage. There's that. There's a seminar room that is out this door over here where a lot of the events, weekly events take place. So there's enough room to fit. I think the summer or the winter solstice, we had how many?
I think that room says 150 maybe.
Oh, it's 150 capacity. And I think we had like 50 people or so.
It's probably more than that.
More than that, like 60 people. Yeah. You know what? I think the final count was like 72.
Yeah.
And everyone fit in there comfortably.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of room to walk around and socialize.
It's a really nice office.
Yeah. And then we have offices on both sides. There's some offices down that way, and then there's other offices down that way too. There's a lobby. So it's a pretty decent sized building, and it's really nice. And I love it. And plus we have the libraries downstairs. The basement is huge. So there's a lot of room. We have a lot of storage because we have a lot of collections. We have collections from not only skeptics, but free thinkers and a lot of prominent people in the scientific community. When they pass, some of them have donated their collections to us, and it's all downstairs. So there you go. That's as much as I can divulge at this time.
Yeah, like maybe when it's springtime and you can actually see outside, you take the camera
Yeah.
and go through the building. Because right now it's so dark, everything's off, and
Yeah, I mean it's right out here, out my window. There's like a back patio, and there's 2 grills. We have tables outside, so I'm looking forward to like spring and summer,
yeah.
where we're gonna grill up some stuff and have a nice. And you know, there's a nice community here. I'm not used to doing office thing. I've never worked in an office, so like we have. Hey, Susan Gerbic. So we have like pizza parties here, like every other week. And we get together, we have fun, we joke around. There's I call them like jam sessions where we stand out in the hallway instead of a meeting room. We all stand in the hallway and we brainstorm, and it's really cool. We have a lot of fun here, while we also think about how we can educate people, how we can get our message across, how we can get more people involved, and just pass on good information, good education. So. Really fun. I love working here. They're going to have to pry my dead cold body out of here. I am never leaving this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave.
I don't leave. I live here.
Well, I'm trying to work on getting out sometime.
Hey, Jay. How you doing? Pete, what's up? Jay says, do you still have books written by Charles Fair? I would love a copy, since he narrated the Salem Witch Museum presented, and you know I worked there. Presentation. Do you still have books written by Charles Fair? Do I have books written by Charles Fair?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I'll write that down and we will look.
I'll have to look. I am not certain about my collection right now. I used to have it cataloged, but then that was like 2 phones ago. And none of the information transferred over, but I did get a new app that scans all the barcodes and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
So I've been doing. I think I only have like this this bookshelf back here. I got to do the rest. I have to. It just takes time. I got to go through and scan each one, and if it doesn't have an
to somebody else on the app, because I can do it and just.
well, no, it's on my phone. I'm going to do it.
okay.
I mean, it's just
Hey,
if it doesn't have an ISBN code on the back, then I have to type it in manually. But it just takes time, and I'm usually running around doing like 10 projects at a time. But yeah, Donald wrote it down, so I'll check and see if I have. Do you still have books written by Charles Fair? I don't know if he meant like, do I personally have it, or is it here?
He said, I would love a copy.
I would love a
So
copy.
If we have it.
Okay. I mean, I can take a look. Actually,
or do you mean the library?
let's see, because I can actually show you something that I'd be excited about showing you. Let's see if I can share screen. That's not it. That's it. Wait, that is it. So we can go to CFI Libraries, and you can do this too. CFIlibraries.org. So you can go to this page, which is up here,
Pay attention.
and you can hit catalog up here, and then it brings up this search engine. So everyone can do this, and you can see if we have search for Charles Faire, Charles Fair. Please try again. So we don't have any in the library. That means there's
Cool
nothing
that
here.
Everybody can do that.
Yeah, I mean
Let
it's
me see
beautiful.
So what if something does come up? What does it say? Put in a book that comes up.
Oh, wait a minute. So
Okay,
all right,
middle.
so let's see. I don't
Joe
think that'll come
Nickel.
up. So Joe Nickel. Wait, why is
spelled
this
it
not
wrong,
working?
I
Did I do that right? Oh, hold on, I'm screwing up. Luckily, I'm doing it for everyone to see.
You're doing too many clicks, I think.
Exact words, material type, search for Joe Nickel. No, it's not coming up. I don't know why. Maybe it's not working right now. It's getting weird. Well, that's not a good plug.
Well, maybe it's just.
Let me see if I can do it this way. Catalog. Clear search. Go to. Let's see. Let's try this. Oh,
Here we
okay.
go. Maybe you can't do it by author.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe there's more things at the bottom we didn't see.
So you put it in there, and then all these suggestions come up, but it didn't come up with exactly what I wanted,
That's
which
pretty
means,
cool.
because that's a new book. Actually, the book that I put in there is a new book that
Oh.
we just ordered, and it's not in the system yet.
Bob says it's Fair. Charles Fair. Fair.
Like, I don't like that it's not taking me back right. All right. So Charles
Fair.
Fair. That's it? No E?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
No. But it looks like it's having trouble with names too. because
Yeah, it
we know
might
there's
be.
Joe Nickel downstairs. I know I saw his book in the catalog, you know.
Right. All right. So that didn't work. This plan.
Well, no, I mean it did work the one
Let me
time.
see. Charles Fair.
Charles N. Fair. Okay, so
Let me just, I'm going to Google it first and see what there's a name of like
you
books.
have to search by author, says Bob. So there might be a drop down that maybe we
Books.
missed.
So the physical foundation, the dying self. That sounds like a good one to go into. Main. So, all right, I got to share it again so you guys can see.
Bob says change from keyword to authors.
Let's see. Oh, son of a bitch! Damn it, Bob!
Thank you, teacher, for helping us.
Damn it, Bob. There we go. Now it works. Thanks, Bob.
See, you learn something new every day.
So there we go. We have a book titled The New Nonsense, The End of the Rational Consensus, Charles Fair. So there you go. Now it's down there.
Jeez.
And it's got a location, and I can go find it.
I was like,
I need to
Jesus.
learn how to use this shit before I put it up on screen.
But the good thing is that it does work. and that you guys can just go out there on, what is it,
CFI Libraries. Put this in up here, .org, and it'll come up, and you can do the same thing. It's really cool because I did The Exorcist. I'll change it back to title. Titles. There you go. There you go. Because this came up, JD and I were talking about it, and he asked if we had this book, and I checked it out.
You're hurting, Bob.
Sorry, bud.
He's too hard.
But yeah, I mean, we have a first edition of The Exorcist, which is really cool. I was able to take it out and look at it, and it was really cool. Even though it's still a hoax. Anyway, so with that, I mean, that's something you guys can do. You can try, and if we have it, and you're in the area, you can actually come by. We don't lend out books, but you can make an appointment with Tim and actually come see it and take the book down in the library and do some work down there. Or if you need assistance and I'm not busy, which I'm usually am, but if you need something quick, I can usually look it up and see if it's in here, and I can snap a picture of a page for you if need be. So there you go. All right. Daniel Reed, have you ever messed with a Tesla spirit radio or seen anyone use one in a ghost hunt? A Tesla spirit radio. So that's a new one to me. I mean, I've done spirit boxes, or ghost boxes, spirit boxes, but never anything called a Tesla spirit radio. Oh, there's a kit. Make one. What's this? Ooh, what's this? Let's look at this together, because that's actually interesting looking. Let me see. I'll share system audio because it looks like there's a video here. Let's see. Instructables. What is this? Spooky Tesla radio. Newsflash. Many thanks to so and so. Is there a picture of it? There's not a picture of it. Oh wait. No, this isn't what I want. Tesla Spirit Box session.
You know, I don't expect everyone
I don't
to
want
believe what I'm doing in these sessions because it's illogical.
Like a spirit box?
It just doesn't make sense because dead people don't talk. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, please
I don't know who this is.
just watch something else. Nicola, how did it feel when Edison tortured pets to destroy your theory?
I
don't know if this is really, if that was a parody or not. That's funny. I like that. That doesn't look. I don't know if that's what you meant, Daniel. I don't know if that's what you meant, Daniel, but that's. Yes, that's it. It tells you how to build one. Holy crap.
That was funny shit.
Let's see. Spooky Tesla Spirit Radio parts. Oh, it's only $24. Add to cart. Okay, we'll be buying that. There we go. Add to cart. We're going to build ourselves a radio.
That could be a K&D adventure. Building a radio.
Proceed to checkout. All right. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, Daniel. Maybe we'll do a little video. Maybe that'll be a Ghost in the Machine, which is actually fitting. We'll build a Tesla Spirit Radio and see what happens. I mean, that video that played was ridiculous. I'm not taking that seriously at all. But the Instructables page. Okay, yeah. That's what he was talking about. That's interesting. I haven't heard that before. If it's anything like the other spirit boxes, it's probably just let me see. What's it look like? Products. This spirit. It looks weird. I don't know what all these parts have.
Did you put that on the corporate card?
It's an investigation. We're investigating. Of course, it's an expense.
I mean,
we expense that.
We can do a video. I mean,
all right. How we doing? We got 2 more questions left.
Yeah, are you completely done?
I think I'm. Well, let's see. Let me go back. Because I didn't actually answer the questions. He said Instructables. Let's see.
We've never messed with.
We've never messed with it. Sure. Let me share it again so you can see it. and we'll go from there.
Or see anyone use one. I haven't seen it.
Right.
So Ken hasn't yet.
Let's see if I can blow this up for you.
This would be nice to look at some though.
The Spooky Tesla radio and blah 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 are featured in a PC game called Tesla. The theme is the monsters and bats are battled with blah 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 to find 7 missing parts of the Spooky Tesla radio. Intriguing background music. So it's have a look. He said it's the Instructables. This is it. Okay. Have a look at the Crystal Quantum radio. Quantum, really? Quantum. It's quantum fueled. Radio devices of E.G. Gold that helped inspire this Instructable. So I wonder if this is going to be. Welcome to this. This is weird. This is something else. I don't know what this is. My first observation positively terrified me. There was a present in them something mysterious, supernatural. The Spooky Tesla radio is more than just a crystal radio circuit in a jam jar. It's a sound maker that plugs into a computer and makes awesome spooky sounds by responding to electromagnetic fields or light sources in real time.
Daniel says it has pictures.
Oh, here we go. Did I share? Let me. I don't think I shared the audio. Let me see. Let me reshare it. There we go. Non-powered radio that's plugged into your computer. Generates sound from signals. Storms.
Okay, we're going to try to record sounds of, that's it, sounds of lightning coming from a storm approaching. So we'll just have to wait here between the lightning strikes to hear them. There we go, that was a lightning strike, a small one.
Spirit voice. Sounds I've been listening to every night. At first, I hear my voices conversing back and forth the language of my
Okay, this is what the Spooky Tesla Spirit Radio sounds like when it's hit by a laser from across the room.
Laser. So I guess it's interesting. It's really interesting to look at, and it's generating. Looks like it's generating from light, as it said, and then something else. What else? It was light and an electromagnetic field because of the lightning. So it's basing it off of that and creating sounds. And it looks like from there, like the lightning strikes were pretty straightforward, but it's see, so when you get the radio, do an interview with Tesla over Spooky Radio, but with the light, because the light sensitive diode looks like it's inside the jar, and the jar is what's the word? It's spreading the light out, distorting the light, so you're getting different tones depending on the light, and I guess how sensitive it is. So it sounds like speech, especially when he's going back and forth with the laser point. So it might sound like, yeah, electromagnetic field. So it's interesting. I mean, it would be fun to play around with, but that's definitely, because of its nature of sounding spooky, I can definitely see why ghost hunters love this, or be interested in this. I would be interested to put it inside
Faraday box?
A Faraday box that also blocks the light, and make sure that, refractive. Thank you, Daniel. And make sure that like light doesn't hit the diode. And then it also doesn't pick up electromagnetic fields, and that way you can that's your controls to take those out so that it can't get to it, so that if there is a spirit or something that can manipulate these things, then it would have to get in the box. You'd open the box, say get in, close the box, boom, and then see what happens. It's interesting. I want to order the kit. I'm gonna build one.
I know.
Because it's like, it's cool looking, and it's like, for only $25, yeah, I'll do it. I'll put it in a mason jar, and see what happens. So, and I have a Faraday box. I mean, I don't have a cage, but I have a box that I've built in the same way. But it should be able to block.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, it's next to you. Yeah.
I can't get it out right
No,
now.
yeah, it's too big. But that would be interesting. It would be interesting to do. Or light of different wavelengths. Yeah, exactly. That would be, yeah. I wonder. That would be interesting to use like a green laser and a red laser, blue laser, to see if it has any different, or just light bulbs. I mean, just get one of the LED bulbs that change color and see if that has an effect on it. That would be interesting. Wow, that's cool. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna.
I have all the different colors.
I can't wait. All right, thanks, Daniel. That was cool. That's a great. I got tips on the article. I'll just give me credit for building it. That's all. I'll build it and I'll test it for you, and I'll send you some information. I'll send you videos, and we'll go from there. I mean, I'm up for collaborating.
I'm kind of excited because this is like something we could do outside the office,
But all my stuff is here. I gotta be here and do it.
Put it together.
Yeah,
We
I got
can
tools.
Take this stuff out of here. I mean, you don't have to do it during work days.
All right, let's wrap this up. We're at the end here. Do we have any more? We have one more question. All right, one more question, and then we're out of here. What's up, Eric? Good to see you. What did you think of 28 Days Haunted? So I looked this up quickly. I did not watch it. And there is a reason I did not watch it. Because I believe it is 28 Days Haunted. Let me look it up and make sure. Because it went with the
While he's looking it up, Bob just reminded us don't forget to get your guesses in for the
for the remote viewing. Let me put that up real quick.
We'll shake it one more time.
Here it is. We'll shake it up. Shake.
So people that weren't here earlier, you get your guesses in.
So there's something in here. If you're really into it, there's the target ID number. So you can focus on that, and it'll take you to the box. You have to tell me what's in the box. You have to be specific. Don't tell me air, because I'll ignore you. If you tell me air again, I'll block you because I'm tired of that. You have to tell me specifics of what the object that I placed inside this box is. And if you get it right, I'll send you a prize, which this is, next week I'm going to open it. And the reason, I want to explain the reason, because I did a podcast just before this that was recorded, and I was interviewed for it, and the nice nice young lady.
Put your guesses out there, guys.
That was the host of that show. We talked about this, and she wanted to do a guest. She wanted to send a guest in. So I said, all right, I'll wait because she won't be able to see the show because she's doing other things. So we're going to wait till next week. I'll keep it out, and then we'll open it next week and show you what's inside. So get your guesses in, and Donna will write them down. And if you win, you get a prize. And it's the my collector's set of Ghostbusters 2 figures, which is all the boys from the Ghostbusters 2. So that's a cool prize because I really don't want to give it up.
Yeah, so make bad guesses.
So 28 Days Haunted. The reason, because I watched the preview, I watched like the trailer for it, and as soon as the Warrens came on, I was turned off. And then there's a gentleman on there who I do not like whatsoever, Sean Austin. He's one of the he's one of the cast members, and I don't like him at all, personally and professionally. So I have no desire to see that at all. And I saw some of the other people that are on there, and it's just, for me, it's not worth it at all. It looks silly and ridiculous, and that's what I've heard so far. And that's from other people, so don't take my word for it. I mean, I'm just telling you what I think based on not watching the show and just the people that are involved. I wouldn't even bother with it. So there you go. Hope that answered your question, Eric.
You got another minute or two while Kenny's chatting. So
Okay. If you have any last minute quick questions, because I'm going to go through real quick. I got some announcements that I'll go through. Nothing real big. Thank you, Kenny and Donna, for everyone sharing tonight. It's been so great. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Basically, every Friday night, I do this show, Skeptical Help Bar, 8 p.m. Eastern. So tune in. I don't know what's going to happen next week because I don't really I don't schedule a guest. If I get a guest, I don't try until like Tuesday.
when I'm like, oh, are we doing a show?
Yeah, it's like, we're doing a show. Yeah, we're doing a show. February 1st is going to be the next episode of Three Tortured Souls. So I'm not in charge. I think Tim is in charge, I think. And I don't know what the topic is. I know we've talked about it, so I should be researching it because, I mean, one of the things we did, one of the reasons going to once a month was to give us more time to research, and yeah, that didn't work. Let's see, February 8th. If you're interested and you're local to the area, the Buffalo area, it is the CFI Western New York Potluck Dinner. And it's basically you come here to the center, you bring a dish, something to share with everyone. So, there's usually like 15, 20 people here. So you bring a dish for everyone to share, and it's about conversation. People get to know each other. You get to have conversations about different things. Plus, you get to see the center and some of the display items that I have.
And you get to hang out with us.
And you get to hang out with us because, I mean, hello, that's awesome.
Yeah, why not?
That's so awesome. I mean, I think it is. So
Me too.
there you go.
I miss everybody. Come visit.
And you'll get to meet new people. I mean, I've been meeting new people every time I come here, and I just love it. It's a great social event that's easy and really cool. Oh, Time Slips. Thank you, Jade Kitten. Time Slips is the next. Damn, I gotta read. The phenomenon of time slips is the next topic for 3TS. So there you go. May 12th to 14th is the Rochester Power Fest, which we will be at. I know I'll be there. I think Donna might be there too.
I don't know if I'm
so I think I'll be setting up. So I'll set up the first time I'll be setting up my Skeptical Help booth at that conference. So that'll be fun. Skeptic in the paranormal piranha pool. So I'll be set up there. I'm going to have a great time. I'm looking forward to that. July 14th to 16th is the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So we'll be down there. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be, I don't know what we're doing. We're not setting up this time. I will be on one of the panel discussions. I was already asked to do that. So
maybe the dunk tank.
Maybe the dunk tank, because I want to go for year 3. I want to raise the most money. for their charities.
We'll definitely do that.
That's something I love doing, and I love just saying whatever I want to say in a dunk tank. It's so much fun. And that's all the announcements I have for now. There's other things in the works, but I don't want to give them away yet because they might change or be pushed back or whatever. So there you go. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight, hanging out with us.
Thanks, guys. It was a good show.
Yeah, spending your Friday night with us and just chilling and
again to John.
Yeah,
Kennedy.
John Kennedy for the second granddaughter. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you got your hands full.
Know.
Old man. If anyone wants to get in touch with me for like a side project or something like that, or advice, you can reach me at skepticalinquirer.org. Actually, if you come to CFI website, the Center for Inquiry website, I am listed on there on the contact page. You can reach out to me, and I'll help you if I can, because I like helping. It's part of my job. So that's an awesome part of my job because I can offer help and like research help and stuff like that. And I have the time to do it. So reach out. And then if you're in the area, let me know. We can meet up and, hang out for a little bit. Other than that, have a great weekend. Be safe, and remember, never stop learning. And I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.